Hi everyone, this is Shayna Hiller from Build Your Personal Yoga Business. And today I'd like to talk about what if your yoga students are also your friends? What if your yoga students and your clients also happen to be your friends? How do you price your offerings and how does it really work when that line can become a little bit clouded? I know for myself, having been teaching for so long and running retreats for so long, a lot of my students are around my age. They want to hang out after class. They want to hang out, go for hikes, do all these different things. And they are my friends too, but they're also my students and my clients. And the truth is, if you're a friendly person, your yoga students will likely want to be your friend too, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you have the option to befriend your yoga students as well. What can become an issue is if, because of that, over time you say, all right, well then just come to my class for free, or I'll just do a private for you for free, and you start to cross that line, right, to friend role, and all of a sudden all of these students are your friends, you're hanging with them, and it's like, wait a second, I thought, what happened to the professional connection? And it's not just so you can get paid and you can continue to honor your role as a teacher, but it's also to honor your students and their learning process. So there's a few ways to go about this. Now, traditionally, the way that I teach, especially yoga teachers who have a desire to grow their business, is actually to slow down on giving so many discounts. However, yes, a friends and family discount comes into play. Now, I'm not saying if your best friend, every now and then you can teach for free. You could teach a free class, right? Absolutely. But this is for those of you who things are becoming a little bit murky as you're growing and you have more students, that this line of, are you my yoga student? Are you my client? Are you my friend? And how do I differentiate between this? This is for those of you who are like, okay, I want to maintain this relationship as a student. I don't want to, be rude or mean, and I also want to be able to be friendly and have a boundary. This is all about clarity and boundaries. So the first tip I'm going to give you to keep everything cool is to communicate. Communication is key. I have many students who pay me for my time, whether it's for private yoga, for coaching, whatever it may be, online resources, and they're also my friends. They're also my friends, and we'll have a conversation. Hey, what mode are we in now? Okay, you want to have a call? Is this going to be a coaching call? Because I'm going to be holding space differently, and this goes for you as well. I'm going to be holding space differently when I'm in the role of yoga teacher or I'm in the role of coach, right? It's a different dynamic. So that's something that's very simple and it can be easily overlooked, is to just have a conversation of, okay, I really love hanging out with you. I love being friends with you. And I know that, we started as teacher student, and it's all these labels, but they are important because they preserve the sanctity and the intention of that relationship in the first place. And you want to make sure that your student still feels like he or she is benefiting as well through your teaching. So that's something to keep in mind. Something else to also think about, especially if you feel awkward charging money to your friends, is you can always barter, right? Because this is the thing. At the end of the day, if you start to say, oh, you know what, I'll just do it for free, and I do not recommend that all the time, there has to be some sort of a monetary exchange or an energy exchange, let me say, not necessarily monetary. It can be monetary if you have clear boundaries and communication. It can also be a trade or a barter system, right? Whether your friend has other type of expertise or skills, maybe they're a graphic designer, a massage therapist, they can give you some tips in some other arena. That's a creative way to receive a type of reciprocation from your student friend that doesn't leave you feeling depleted. Now, I know for myself, there are certain people in my life who was like, yeah, come over, let's all do yoga. Like, they're my peeps, right? And I feel fulfilled. The act of teaching, and I know for many of you, the act of teaching fulfills you, and it makes us feel really abundant and inspired and activated. However, if over a long period of time, you're giving so much of your energy and you're feeling, whether you're teaching or not, depleted or exhausted, it might be because those people are better off as students, or better off as clients, or better off as retreat participants. I know when I run retreats, after I run retreats, a lot of my participants, because we connect so deeply during the retreat, they're like, oh, let's hang out, let's go out for dinner. And I used to kind of spread myself thin, and then I felt like I still had to show up as the teacher while I was just going out for dinner with my students. That was something that I needed to work on. And then over time, I decided to create a boundary where absolutely I will hang out with my students afterwards, and let's schedule a reunion. Let's schedule a retreat reunion, whether that's a dinner together or a virtual event together. So it helps my energy levels. That's for me. So this is for you to think about, okay, how am I feeling fulfilled when I'm spending time with my students or my friends when there is not a monetary exchange? Is that something that's actually feeding you? Don't be scared to have those conversations with these people, these students or friends, about, okay, let's talk about our dynamic, because it's evolving, which it should. We're human beings, right? It's okay. It's amazing to become friends with your students because you love and care about them. At the same time, it is your responsibility as a leader and as a teacher and as a business owner to also have a very conscientious boundary. A boundary is not a bad thing. A boundary, again, as mentioned at the beginning of this video, it honors your own needs, and also it honors the intention, the initial intention of the connection between you and your student. So remembering that, checking in with your students, checking in, hey, our relationship is evolving, we're becoming friends. I also want to make sure that, we still preserve this yoga teacher. I have a friends and family discount I'm happy to offer you if that feels aligned for you. And to just know that it's okay to charge money and still have friendship at the same time. Because as mentioned, I flip into different dynamics with people based on, okay, is this a money session right now? Are you paying me for my services right now? Awesome. And then after that, let's hang out. Let's go grab a coffee. It can be both. It can be both. That's the main message I want to get across to you, is it can be both. And don't be shy about it. Talk. Communication is the key to clarity. And just know that this is normal. This evolves over time. Boundaries are key. Getting clear with your energy and protecting your energy so that you can continue to serve and show up as the best version of yourself as a teacher, as a friend, and as a human being. So I hope this supports you in growing your personal yoga business. If you have any comments or questions, if this is a topic that resonates with you, leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, additionally, in the comments section, if you have a particular topic pertaining to growing your yoga business, refining your teaching skills, gaining confidence, mastering the art of abundance and manifestation, leave it in the comment box below, and I'll definitely create a video based on your desires and your inquiries. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep on shining your light. The world needs you more now than ever before. Namaste.